Dover, a small town in central Arkansas, nestled in the beautiful Ozark Mountains, right here by Piney Creek. But more than just a beautiful view in its unmitigated majesty, this specific spot holds a secret and a legend that goes far back. One of the many legends is hundreds of years ago, the Spanish conquistadors had buried gold in these foothills, and to this day appears white lights searching for said gold. But we don't have to go back hundreds of years to speak to an eyewitness. Merely 3 days ago to this gentleman, Wesley Robinson, who currently works at Harps in Conway, Arkansas. Let's listen to his story.
I remember on KARK, Channel 4 local news station here, they would, on Halloween, they would have throughout a week leading up to Halloween, different occurrences, mysterious things about Arkansas, stories as a feature. And I remember seeing that in particular one night, among others, but that would have raised my curiosity about it again. And later, I had seen it on Unsolved Mysteries, which was a big, I guess it still is a big program. But again, not really having the ability to go see it.
And then one evening with a longtime friend, after seeing a movie, they decided to go see the Dover lights. But this night would change everything. Wesley would finally see the lights he had been wanting to see for years.
And there was, it was a perfectly clear night. The moon was just seemed like it was just right overhead. I mean, it was just a gorgeous night. So we're just standing there, and he's kind of bored with it. It wasn't at all what he expected it to be. He was expecting just to, kind of like a Christmas lights deal where you just drive by and, oh, there's lights, and go on. He wasn't expecting to get out, stand, and wait. He was busy throwing sticks and bottles all over the cliff. And here I am, just waiting for them. And he was about ready to go, I can tell. In fact, he's probably just going out to the car and back, trying to get me to, come on. So I'm just fooling around here just to pass the time. I take out my brought a camera with me, and I held it out there and took a flash out into the night just to see, just because thinking maybe the stimulus would cause something to happen, and I guess that it did. The first, I guess the little bit that I saw was just like a streak, just a flash of light. And I don't know that he's seen it, but he came up and again was trying to get me to, come on, let's go. And just a moment or two later, the lights, one or two at first. And again, this all was just in a matter of seconds. There wasn't a whole lot of action that I had seen, just real briefly. But a couple of lights just kind of glided along, just below the horizon of where I could see, not really deep into the canyon, but it sort of a lightish, maybe an off color, not really bright. Again, not long enough that I could see anything significant about them, but clearly a light. I would flash, streak through a bit, and go away. And the last time that I had seen them, I'm guessing there were 3 of these lights that just streaked across and then sort of converged together and just rose up a little bit until they died out. The whole thing might have lasted 6 seconds at the most.
It was April 18th, Saturday night, about 6 p.m. when we arrived. We noticed the threat of rain off in the distance, but we weren't going to let that deter us for now. I stood there, I looked at this beautiful landscape. It was breathtaking. It was beautiful. God is such an artist, and he spared no expense when he created this area. But I wasn't there for sightseeing. I was there to work. I handed Jessica an EMF detector to see if there was any type of anomalous electromagnetic fields coming from the area that might be causing this. And there was not. Everything was a zero. The air was clear, just as clear as our view was, for miles and miles. The sun was beginning to set. We needed to get everything ready pretty quick. We didn't want to start setting up and at night and we miss everything. So we got ready, but we had one small problem that slowed us down again. You got it. The threat of rain. It was really close. It was right above us. We had to wait before we could really bring anything out. So we watched the storm to see if anything would happen. Although it was a beautiful storm, we knew that nothing was going to happen. We knew our night was going to be clear and ready for investigation. We had a little sign from God that assured us this. This beautiful rainbow. Gorgeous, isn't it? Well, we started taking everything out when we saw this, and a few minutes later we noticed the skies had cleared, the storms that were there had passed. We were ready to investigate. And with our night vision cameras rolling and young Jessica trying to fight the cold up on the mountain that night, we were starting our investigation. Our eyes were peeled. We looked very carefully to see a source of light. And then Wesley Robinson decided to show up for the investigation. He was invited, and we were glad he showed up. We were hoping that he would see the lights that he saw years ago, that he waited so long to see. We panned the area. I noticed a little spot of the Piney Creek River as the moon shined on it. I tried to zoom in. Maybe it was a light, but it wasn't. It was the water itself. So we panned back, and then I noticed up in the top left corner a light. No electricity, no roads. It was 2 miles away. What was this light? I decided to zoom in to get a better look. And there it was. A light glowing off in the wooded area. It wasn't a fire. The light was pure white. It was brilliant. But we had no explanation. We looked, we noticed, we contemplated what could be causing this light. It couldn't be electric, there's no electricity. It couldn't be a car, there's no way for a vehicle to get down there. It could not have been a flashlight. A flashlight wouldn't be seen that bright from 2 miles away. So what was it? What could it have been? But unfortunately, it was short-lived. We watched it for a few minutes, and then, after that, it was gone. Total darkness one more time. But we seen it. We filmed it. We captured what it was, but one problem. We didn't know what it was. Now there was just darkness. As I look over the Piney Creek, I think about what could it have been. One day I'd like to come back and investigate, maybe from the water or from the woods, to finally answer that one question: what is the Dover Lights?